Okay, it is Saturday, September 10th at 4:04 p.m. on the Eastern Time. Quick update from Willing Token. Look at charts real quick, pricing, and then answer some questions that were asked for me on Twitter. And as usual, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. And I'm not a financial advisor. Just to get the disclaimer out of the way. Real quick, we'll pull up all the price action on defined. Ethereum blockchain, we were above $3 now, 305. Must have been a big order that came in recently. And then we have Polygon 293, 269 on PancakeSwap here, which it doesn't take a lot of money to push that price up. I bet you if somebody bought like $50 or $60, it'd be pretty close to $3. So basically looking at Ethereum and Polygon, and we could take a look at KIO 312. Wow, look at that big buy order here. Big buy order. So let's take a look at million token on Ethereum blockchain. We're bouncing around here and it looks like we're above the moving average right now. I posted on my Twitter, things were looking really good as far as the 7-day, right? Click on here. Bitcoin in the past 7 days, I just posted this a minute ago, like it's up 7.9%. Ethereum's up 10.2%. Million token up 19.4% in the past 7 days. Wow. So that big news right now for million token in the last couple hours, I think. Let's see when that big price surge happened. Let's just break this down in the past 5 minutes or so. And I probably would have to refresh this, won't I? But then it's going to rearrange all my things. When did we break $3? So probably back at 2:45, so like 2 hours ago. And looks like somebody bought $1,000 worth, pushing the price up to 305 right there. Let's see what his address looks like if he's a new investor or if he's been buying for a while. 623 million token. Oh, he's been around for a while. It's the past 60 days. Second page. So let's see now. They're in and out swap. So he's buying and selling. So I think, for somebody that looks like they're buying and selling and that they're buying now is probably an indicator that people think this might be a bottom. And I think Bitcoin is also turning around pretty good. Let's go to the last page. And in this particular wallet, they've been buying for like the past 3 months, it looks like. And again, I see a lot of ins and outs here. So perhaps just like a swing trader or something. Put this back on the daily chart. And again, we're bouncing around here between these ranges of like 260 to 331. But yeah, I'll take it. And we're still in the price range here on Polygon. Again, price swing there. And good prices at 269 if you want to pick up a few million token on the PancakeSwap, where it's just pennies on the dollar for the trade, maybe 9-10 cents for the trade fees. You could pick up maybe $50 worth or so to push the price up to $3. I think I don't have any funds right now on PancakeSwap, but if I did, I'd buy some million token to push the price up to $3 just to kind of even out the playing field, because right now I think the good deals on PancakeSwap. And yeah, so let's say we're on PancakeSwap here. Let me fit. I put $80, it pushes the price up to $280. If I put in $200, the price is $295. $300, 307. Yeah, I'd probably put in like 250 or something like that. But so you got your PancakeSwap interface, your QuickSwap interface for Polygon network, and your Uniswap interface for Ethereum network. Be sure to put in your buys and see which is the best network for you and to get the most amount of million token for your money. So let's go over the questions real quick. I had asked, list below it if you had any topics you want me to cover. Matt asked the Gate.io whale update. Sure, we could do that. The Gate.io wallet has 9,884 million token right now. I just did a refresh a moment ago. And I plugged in those numbers. And if you look at the last 29 days of the wallets for Gate.io, based on the last 29 days, it looks like October 6th or 7th we would get down to the $3,000 range, 3,000 million token range for the wallet, which is what we had here before we had all this influx in, because we had 2,910 a balance of a million token in the wallet, and then we had all this influx here, right? And it pushed the balance up to 57,560 million token at one point from less than 3,000, which is, now we're down to 9,884. So I think in my previous videos, I was saying we were thinking about perhaps the end of October, first week of November, and it could even be delayed longer because as prices were going along, or as time was going along, it looked like it was going to take longer and longer for the balance to get to 3,000. However, with the recent people pulling off the money, the reverse happened. It looks like now it's up to October 6th or October 7th. I think it was like 26 or 27 days away. So those are based on the latest calculations, and we'll just have to wait and see. And so we had some interesting developments. So these last three withdrawals, 212, 420, and 622, went to the same wallet here. So I'm going to pull that up real quick. And this wallet has 2,319. So another whale, another million token whale. And you could tell the last 3 months, they've been pulling money off of Gate.io. And just recently, in the last 2 days, they pulled off over, what is that? There's 600 there, 420 there, so over 1,000. And they've got 2,319. So it looks like they kind of go in and out with Gate.io. So this could also be a swing trader. But again, this is another sign that the people that are trading are buying now. So, they think it's a good time to buy. So that's a good sign. I'll close that out, and we'll take another look at the wallet here. This is wallet FC83. And pull that up. So they pulled off about 2,463 from Gate.io. Let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, it's 2,097 there. But he staked it. Okay, yeah, he pulled off from Gate.io 2,097 here. So another whale is buying from Gate.io. It could be the same person for all I know, but I would just put it in the same wallet personally. So and they're staking it. It doesn't look like they're I don't think they're selling at all. I think they're just buying. They're transferring from Gate and they're staking it for what looks like forever. Since I don't see any sell orders here. So he's just buying it off a Gate and putting it in here. Let me go to the last page real quick. So he's been buying since 410 days ago, and since July 27th. Okay, so again, another sign that whale is buying from Gate.io, and the price on Gate.io again is 300, and now it's 9 cents. I think it was 312 a moment ago, but it could be on the little bit on the high side. We just had a big pump, right? That's a big pump. Let's measure that from the base there. This is today. It's up 5.7%. And I guess you could probably bought it there. Up 8% last 2 days. The last 3 days, I'm not measuring from the wicks. They're just too hard to get. The last 3 days, it's up almost 10%. So 9.5%. Or between 9 and 10%. So hopefully that answers your question. If people continue to pull off million token off of Gate.io at the rate that they're doing now, if the whales continue to buy and remove it off of Gate and stake it, or just hold it in their wallet, it looks like October 6th and 7th is when the balance will get back down to around 3 million, which to me signifies the whale that moved like 35 or 50,000 tokens, because we had 3,000, then we went all the way up to 57,000. Literally in a day. It could just be all one person, really. That's crazy, though. So we had an inflow of 45 here. 39,000. This is the balance. I forgot. This is the balance on the left. inflow of 39,000 from one whale, and then another 5,000 here, 1,000, 2,000 there. That's something, right? Somebody put in almost 40,000 tokens. So that answers that. I'm looking at October 6th and 7th again for the fourth time. What other questions are thought here? Crypto Geezer asks, what are your thoughts on ETH merge? Will it reduce fees significantly? And do you think it will have an impact on the whole market? I don't know if the fees are going to be reduced significantly. I kind of thought that at first, but I think that's actually later down on the line. I think they want to focus more on proof of stake. And I think I have a post on my Twitter page where Vitalik said he's looking at possibly September 13th. So that's 3 days away. So I still haven't taken off my million token out of the pool for safekeeping while the merge happens. I need to do that probably Sunday, Monday, because the 13th will be on Tuesday. So I don't know if the fees are going to go significantly down. I'm going to guess probably not, to be conservative. So if the fees don't go significantly down, then I think Polygon will still be a good place to buy and sell a million token because the fees are so low, and the liquidity is not so bad. The liquidity is really bad on PancakeSwap at the moment. I showed you how, order of $200, $250 will move the price up quite significantly, which is it's not a lot of money for some people. So let's see now. What are some other thoughts on the ETH merge? I think it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news type thing, or flip flop it around. I think there's going to be a market surge or rally up until the merge, and then after the merge, I think there could be a fall off in the crypto markets. That tends to what happens anyway. So we'll just wait and see on that. Crypto Backstage asks, what will be the next DeFi technology in the next crypto bull run? Also, is the next crypto bull run in the next Bitcoin halving 2024? Okay, there's two questions there. The big DeFi technology, I don't know. Probably nobody really knows. I could tell you that DeFi is going to be taking kind of a back seat until, at least for me anyway, because you would think something like the USDC stablecoin for the dollar, for me, is probably the most stable. However, we've seen with Tornado Cash how things can get flagged and your account's frozen. So, if the governments have the power to freeze, your DeFi accounts, it's just more reason for me just to hold Bitcoin or million token for the long term. Now, a million tokens on the Ethereum blockchain. So, I don't know if funds could be frozen if the government says so, because it's on the Ethereum blockchain, just like the USDC is on the Ethereum blockchain and other blockchains as well, but mainly on the Ethereum blockchain. So, I know it would be nice to, sell your volatile crypto assets for a stable coin if you think we're in a bear market, but there's risks to that also if your accounts can get frozen. The next question, also the next crypto bull run in the next halving 2024. So basically, will the next Bitcoin bull run happen in 2024? That's, I hate making predictions, because if the Fed wants to continue to raise rates to, curb, bring down inflation, it depends how long that takes. If we have stagflation like in the 70s, and it could last for years, that'll put a damper on any bull run for the stock market or crypto. I think crypto is kind of unique because, we're kind of fanatics with our crypto. We a lot of Bitcoiners, like 80% of them probably haven't moved their funds in over a year. I guess you could probably say the same thing with stocks, because you got people funneling money in their 401ks with their job and they're just not moving the money. But I think the bottom will be in quicker for the crypto markets than it will be for some stock markets. Just my hunch. So that's why I'm hodling my crypto, and I'm just buying if I can get assets at a lower price than my previous buy. Thoughts on Million Token are always appreciated. Thank you. And Millionaire Club says, maybe lessons learned during the last bear market cycle. I just touched on it a little bit. Basically, from 2000 at the end of 2017 to when I first got in, when it was a peak, I was constantly buying all the way down to 2018, where we hit a bottom of like 3,200 right around Christmas time around there. And if I were to do it all over again, I would. This is why I'm saying I'm only buying if my previous buy, if I can buy it below my previous buy, because I was buying up and down, up and down, up and down, and a typical bear market in crypto, if it's a normal cycle, is like 1 year. And then if you're in this thing for 4 years or 2 years or 4 years, and you've been DCing regularly, you can kind of lay back like me a little bit and make that decision. Like, look, I'm only going to buy if the crypto is lower than my previous buy, because I've already been DCAing for over a year. So, in that sense, my crypto bag will be bigger because I got in earlier than all the latecomers. So just like if you're new to the crypto market now, if I was just starting out all over again, and this is my first year buying crypto in 2022 since January, I would just be DCA regularly. I wouldn't keep buying the bottom, because I'm new and I don't know if the bull market cycle will if the Fed just decides to pivot and everything just goes skyrocketing for whatever reason. I would just DCA regularly. But however, in my position, I'm only buying. If I've been in this market for over 4 years now, I'm only buying if prices are below my previous buy. And so that's what I've learned in a bear market. But it's all about everybody's risk tolerance. If you see a new crypto coming out in the market and you really like it, maybe just get into that. But that's the biggest lessons I've learned. Also, I could also say that I'm not shilling crypto to like friends and family anymore like I used to, because it seems like people shill the most when there's the most hype. Whether when Bitcoin was at like from 60 going to 69,000, and then you kind of want your friends to get along and get into it too. But then now we're at like Bitcoin's at 21,500 or so. They're gonna blame you for getting them into crypto or whatever. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not telling them when to get in, whenever, even if I think it's the bottom. Like if you look at the monthly RSI and this is probably a historical time to buy crypto, I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'm not telling my neighbors, my friends or family, nothing. So, if they want to learn, I'll teach them, but I'll be like, I'd have to give them a lesson on, the cycles. And this is something you're gonna have to just stick with for 4 years or so. So that's another lesson I've learned over the years. Let's see. He says, like when things were trending along at the very bottom of the last bear market, did you slow down buying? I was actually buying more. Buy Bitcoin because things were quiet. Do you wish you had bought more aggressively at the Bitcoin bottom? Yeah, I told this story before. Like I had a hot water heater break on me and I had to pay like $3,000 for it. And, there was more. It was more like $6,000 because of the labor and everything. I upgraded to like one of those external hot water heaters that you have constant hot water and everything. But I didn't want a hot water heater in my house anymore because of all the water damage I got. I mean, I had to pay a lot of money. It was like it would have cost me like 3 Bitcoin at the time. And I said, this is going to cost me in the future the price of a house, because I guess I could have put it on my Visa card, but I know I don't want to put stuff on my Visa and then pay, the minimum amount each month. I always pay it off. But I know that cost me 3 Bitcoin right there. I was trying to buy more aggressively. And then when the market started turning around and there was like a Binance hack of, what was it? $40 million or something like that. And I this is just my speculation, but there was, Binance had to reimburse everybody crypto and stuff. I think they just bought Bitcoin with the cash they had on hand, and that just started the next bull run, because you just saw a huge spike for Bitcoin right after that hack. And that just started the bull run. And then there was a point where I saw my funds go from $60,000 to below $10,000, and then as I was DCA and the market was going up, I kind of broke even. And then I really aggressively, I bought Bitcoin because I'm like, okay, the hard part's behind us. We're going to go up. And I'm like, where am I going to get more money? I just, took a home equity loan out and bought like a bunch of Bitcoin with that. And that's probably going to be the best story I could ever tell, because, unless Bitcoin goes below like $8,700, that's kind of like where my break even point is, I think, because I bought so much Bitcoin at that price. But even when I bought it, the price was going down. This was after that big Ponzi scheme in China. There was that plus one token or world token or something like that. It went from 14,000 all the way down to, was it 4,000 for the COVID crash. And, I again saw my portfolio, even after I put all that house money into Bitcoin, it dropped, like 50%. But, it didn't bother me, even though I was in the hole again. I just knew it was going to turn around eventually. Just like I knew it went from, 20,000 to 3,000. I figured there was going to be a new top. The new top was 69,000 apparently, until, the next top could be, $100,000 or more. We'll just wait and see. I think it's no doubt that there will be a new top, because now Wall Street's involved. Big money's trying to come in. It's just, they're trying to just get more regulation. If a company wants to buy Bitcoin, MicroStrategy says it could take like 6 months just to wait for the process to go through before they could buy Bitcoin. So I think things look so much good news for Bitcoin right now. And anyway, so that's my thoughts there. And then somebody asked me about the new MM website. Well, I covered that in my previous video. There was 2 fan websites, and I covered that in my previous video, my thoughts there. So I think that covers it for me. This is just a pre-recorded conversation. My thoughts on the market. The dollar went down slightly a little bit. I talked about my thoughts there. It was below 110. But to me, it's not really showing any, it's still going parabolic. If I put this on the daily chart, we're still above this green trend line. And yeah, so that's that. The stock market, S&P 500, I think we're at a point now where we could be, coming up to this moving average here, up a few more percentage, somewhere around 4,100 and roll over. But we have the CME gap up here. It's going to go up to 42.14, fill that gap, and then roll over. If we make a higher high, well, then I'll maybe stay bullish. But we also have this moving average up here, the red moving average at 42.81. It looks good. This is where people start getting hopeful. But just remember, we've been in this downtrend since January 4th of 2022. And that's the big picture right there. So even though like million tokens above $3, I'm very happy for it. But I'm also I'm zooming out, right? And we're in a downtrend for the markets. Bitcoin, again, I can put this on auto real quick. We've been in a downtrend since November 8th, 2021. And, for us to make a new high, it would have to get above $25,000. We'll see what happens. But looking at the RSI, we did get a bounce off this moving average here on the yellow line here, which we didn't back here in 2014. So that's bullish. But we had this the support here and resistance here at around 37.58. Let's get above that on the RSI on the weekly chart, and then start, for me, maybe getting bullish. I am not bullish yet, even though the price is, 21,509. But yeah, maybe we won't have a lower low here, but we'll wait and see. So that at least we got support here. And again, I still think everything's in the hands of the Fed. So this is the exponential ribbon on the weekly chart. I still think we can come down and test this lower green band, 17,000. And if we dip down below it, where there's this purple moving average that is 15,000. I think the monthly support average is around 14,000. Maybe we could even dip below that even in a little bit. But yeah, if we come down and hit this lower band, green band down here, I will buy some crypto for sure. And I see there's a white moving average here that is, perfectly matched right at 17,300 or so. It's interesting. So if we come down, I'm sure we're going to get some strong support there and maybe have a bounce for sure. But we'll just wait and see. But, if the markets want to continue to go up here and the bottom's in, I'm very cool with that because I haven't sold any crypto. And I think that's it for the markets. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. We were going sideways. We broke out a little bit. I remember Carl the Moon said he sold a lot of Ethereum, like $2 million worth or something like that. I think it was back here. It did go down a little bit late August. I don't know if he got back in yet or not. But now, the alts were looking kind of strong, I think, lately. But, we could go way up here for the Ethereum Bitcoin thing. So, with the merge and everything going on, I think, that's only in a few days. So maybe we can come back down here and retest the bottoms to flush out the weekends for Ethereum after the merge and then go back up. But we'll just wait and see. I think that's all the news for the questions that were asked for me and Million Token and markets in general. Try to keep this short. This is running. Let's see now. How long has it been running for? Yeah, about 26 minutes or so. So if you like this content, give me a like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will talk to you later. Bye.